Alyssa and I got a new apartment, which we're both very thankful for. I'll send a little video for that. And yeah, that's pretty exciting for us. And another very exciting thing is we're going on an outreach soon. On the 3rd of November, we're planning and hoping to go to Tanzania to do a water filtration outreach. And yeah, so basically last time I talked about the appropriate technology ministry, and I talked about the water filter, and I talked about the aeroplane project. So the aeroplane project, after looking into it more, I'm struggling to find someone who would actually want this little unmanned delivery airplane. Like from reading books and hearing about the like airplane missionary ministries, I thought that the way they operate was a bit different than the way they do operate now. And after calling someone from MAF and contacting someone from another organization called SIL, I found there's currently not much of a need for this from what I can find. So I'm still looking into it more, but that project is not my main focus at the moment. And the water filtration, I've realized more and more the need of it, and so that's become my priority in my ministry. I'll send a photo as well with this video of some of the water that my friend in Tanzania has taken a photo of, and that water looks really disgusting and brown, and it's what these villages, or this village he went to, are drinking. And apparently many other villages have very similar water, which is just disgusting. Like I'm pretty fussy with my water. So in Perth the water has a lot of chlorine, and if I don't have my tap water filtered through my little like Brita water filter jug, then I don't really enjoy drinking it. But like filtering the taste of clean water. But then these people are actually drinking like muddy water that probably has like diseases and bacteria in it that is really unhealthy for them. And yeah, it causes a lot of problems, a lot of sickness, and yeah, obviously it's just horrible to have to drink that. Sometimes I can be convinced in my mind, or my mind can try to say, oh yeah, well that's what they used to, that's what they grew up with. But actually, yeah, talking to my friend from Tanzania, his name is Gift, he's a YWAMer there, talking to him, that they really struggle with it, and they are desperate for a water filter or cleaner water. And you can buy water filters, but the problem is they're quite expensive, and there's a lot of poverty over there. So the benefit of the biosand water filter, which is the one that we would teach them how to make, is it just uses stones, sand, and a barrel, and some PVC pipes, a bit of glue. Okay, this is a very, very brief explanation of the biosand water filter. This lovely poster. So you have a barrel and a pipe in the bottom of the barrel that only lets the water escape through here, and then basically lots of sand, a little bit of rocks to stop the sand getting in the pipe, and then what happens is bacteria, good bacteria, grows on top of the sand under the water and kill all the germs. So here's a demonstration. That's the sand obviously, and then a little distributor on top to stop the top layer of sand from being disrupted. There we go. In a minute you should should see it coming out pipe on the side. There we go. So it's very cheap to make, and once you know how to make it, operate it, and use it, then you can teach other people. So then it's not just me doing some fundraising and bringing over 30, 100, 1,000 water filters, but it's multipliable. So like in the one village we're looking at going to on this outreach, there's 40,000 people, and to buy 40,000 water filters for them that would only last a few years would be a big undertaking, and then in a few years time they'd be back in the same boat. But these biosand water filters, if we train the people how to make them, then they can make their own, and when the time comes that the water filter has run its course, then they can just empty out the sand and refill it. So I'm pretty excited about this because it's such a big need. And I'm just learning how to make the filter, learning how it works. I'm doing research and practicing. So we'll be there for 10 days, and it's sort of like a scouting trip for a bigger project that we could do next year. I want to test the water there. I want to see what resources are available for them. And also just make connections with the villagers and gauge their interest and availability. So then next year, if we go back for a bigger project, we can gather people from different villages together. They can journey to one central location, and we can train them all up, and then they can take the knowledge back to their own villages. Yeah, so that's basically it. I've just made the budget for the trip yesterday. I'm going to start fundraising today. Usually how I go about fundraising, because it's a sort of a big part of the outreach process. So I just pray and ask the Lord what to do, and I believe that just obeying God is the key to success. So I'm today just going to make some time to pray, ask God what to do, and sometimes I don't know. I've had such cool testimonies with fundraising, even though sometimes I don't like the fundraising process very much. But yeah, each time it looks different, and whatever God says, maybe we'll put something on social media, like a little video, or message people, or sometimes people I've prayed, and God said, just keep doing your work, keep your head down, and people have just given the right amount at the right time out of nowhere, and that's so encouraging when that happens. It feels like God is really behind it, and He always is, but sometimes it's really obvious that He is. Anyway, that's about the updates. Alyssa, so the outreach this time is just Alyssa and I going, and if we do a bigger project, we'll bring a few more people to help out, to facilitate. And Alyssa is still doing the Perth Pregnancy Support Ministry, still just praying and working towards getting more connections and clients in the city. And yeah, we've been doing pretty good, enjoying our work, and alright, that's all. Love you, family, and see you next time. It's a house tour video. It's a little bit tidier than normal, but maybe still a bit messy considering it's a house tour video. Anyway, so all the mandarins on Monday. A couple people, me and a few others, are having a competition to see who can eat the most mandarins. It's a bit ridiculous. Anyway, this is the balcony. So lovely to have a balcony, little barbecue. The sun comes in, kind of moves across here throughout the day, so beautiful. A bedroom. Not too interesting view. Very own bathroom. Right, I think this is getting longer than it needs to be. Laundry, kind of just keeps on going around. Storage, oh, it's a mess. We're still unpacking and sorting. Figuring out where everything goes. This whole boxes got to be unpacked and stuff. Anyway, it's the house.